And I just don't want to talk about me. I want to put it back on you guys because you guys are the guests tonight. And I just want to go to how you guys both have kids separated, and I think you got 10 together. Is it 10 like me?
Yeah, it's 10 together. I have 7 and he has 3.
Right, right. Both of us are mothers of 7. Isn't that amazing? I don't know. That must be a divine number or something. But anyway, how is it blending the family as far as the...
Well, my children hadn't, they haven't, met Divine yet, because everybody on my side is grown and, gone and doing their own thing. He came to Texas, he met my parents, and he met my niece, but he hasn't, met my sister, Monique, but he hasn't met my children, so it's taking a little time because they're still upset because they feel like, Mom, how could you just leave us? But I'm like, okay, but you guys are grown. However, my twins, they just turned 17. They still live with their father, and they're in college now. They graduated high school early.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, Malik and John and Maya, they're my babies.
Mm-hmm.
Now the baby boy,
my kids.
Now these are his kids. The baby boy, John, we call him Mans because he's like a grown man. He's 11 years old, and he's like his father. He's just so intuitive, and he wants to know everything. And he said this to me one day. I was in the kitchen, and I'm frying chicken. I'm just a southern girl. I love food. So whatever the kids want to eat, I cook for them. So this particular day, this particular Sunday, the kids, Mans had requests meatloaf, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, fish. I mean, I cooked all this stuff for them. So they came in the house, sat at the kitchen table, watched me cook. And the first thing that little John said was, "Is that your cooking outfit?" I had on this skirt. I had on a skirt, girl, with a tank top and my hair wrapped up in this bun. And he said, "So is that your cooking outfit?" I said, "No, baby. It's just something that I just threw on so I could come in here and finish cooking. So, food will be hot and ready when y'all got here." He said, "Oh, okay."
That is so
Maya, baby girl, she requests homemade fish and, I mean, just all this stuff. Whatever they wanted, I just cooked for them. So I remember, he took off his jacket. He put it on the back of the chair in the kitchen. And he said, "You know what if we didn't like you?" I said, "You know what, that's fine." I said, "But one thing I ask is that you respect me, and I respect you." I said, "You don't have to like me, but I want you to respect me." And that's I'm just old school. Don't, just because I'm with your dad and your parents is not together, don't disrespect me because you probably feeling some type of way because your parents not together. And he started laughing. He said, "Well, that's okay, Miss Ira. We really like you." I said, "Okay." He said, "Because this could have went either." He said, "This could have went either way." You know what I'm saying? And I just started laughing. I said, "This little kid talking to me like," because I felt like I was under interrogation because he's the one that asks all the questions.
Mm-hmm.
And so Malik, with him being autistic, he just go with the flow. He'd be like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, we like you." I was like, "Okay." I said, "Malik, you like me because I can cook, or you like me just because you just really like me?" And he said, both. So it's just really cute. And Maya, it took her a minute, but I don't care where we go. Maya, she sits up under me. She pulls me by my jacket. She be like, "Miss Ira," she slipped up a few times and called me Mom. So I love them so much. So when I'm not around them, I feel some type of way. Because I'm always busy, either working overtime on the job or, doing stuff with this acting, blessings just coming out of nowhere, with the acting and doing stage plays and stuff like that. So sometimes I don't see them every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I mean, I have a good relationship. I don't want to call them my stepchildren. They're my children.
Right.
Because if they need something, I'm there for them. them. You know, I don't call them, oh, this is my stepdaughter, stepson. You know, I call them my children. So, I mean, we talk about everything from religion to boys to girls. I mean, we talk about everything, and I think that's really good for me because I'm such a family-oriented person. And so, yeah, it kind of hurts because my children, you know, haven't, you know, reached out to me. I know they're okay, but, you know, I still feel some type of way because, you know, they mad because I'm 2,000 miles away, and I get it and I understand it. But at the same time, God has a plan. God has some things that He's doing in my life right now.
And they'll come around. I do believe that God is gonna restore the relationship with the kids. You know, sometimes kids just don't understand. But that's a whole nother show for a whole nother day. So back to this love relationship and marriage. Divine, I want you to tell me, as the man, what goes on in making sure that Ira's mental is okay. How do you handle that, knowing what she's been through and knowing like how name some ways where you keep her in a good space?
Oh, well, the first thing, even from very early on, like she said, I was a good listener. I think one of the things, if you know that somebody has gone through something, and you know, as tragic as she has in her childhood, I think it has to be somebody there that has to be able to just listen so that you can get some of that pain out. A lot of the time, you don't realize that, you know, some people just want to talk to get out, you know, the pain, and all these things that they have pent up, you know, inside. You might have been the only person that came into their lives that allowed them to be able to be completely open. And I think that was part, definitely in the beginning, that was part of what made her, I guess, feel more comfortable with me and what made her start to change her overall look of, you know, me as being a man. Because, like, I didn't come at her, all right, like, let me back up a little. When we were talking and texting, she was in Texas, I was in Philly. That's 2,000 miles away. So, like I said, at first we were texting. And, you know, I was just trying to be there to be a comforter and a good listener because I wanted to learn more about this particular woman because I had those feelings were already there. I was like, oh, no, there's something special about this particular one. You know, so from the early on, it was the listening and comforting and letting her know that I'm in her corner and everything's going to be all right, you know. But then as we, you know, she came up here, she came to see me first. You know, she stayed up here for some days. And from the very first day when I got out, you know, and I met her at the airport, you know, you see somebody online and you talk to them and all that, but you never know. Some people have, you know, fake pictures and all that, but it was actually her. So it was like nothing really changed. We were still laughing, we were still joking. I took over to my bestie's house. My bestie is a female, my homie Kia, and I took over there. We was playing pool, we ate and all that kind of stuff. And I, you know, because my homie wanted to meet her because she said I'll be able to tell if she's a good woman. You know, a homie was funny. But anyway, so we went over there and we had a good time. And she was like, "No, Devon, she's cool." Meaning, not that I was really, you know, but she just wanted to, you know, meet her and see how she was, you know. And she came, she went back, nothing changed. And that's the importance because a lot of the time when you first meet an individual, they have this person that they think that they should be to impress you and all that. And it was like nothing changed about me, nothing changed about her. I think the only thing that really started to change about her is that she started to notice that I was a real individual. And then I think some of her feelings started to change, whereas before she was saying that she didn't want to be in a relationship, so it started to feel as though she was starting to have a connection with me. So some of the things that I do now, I'm going to skip forward, some of the things that I do now is sometimes when I know she's not mentally in a good space, sometimes I may give her a break. I'll ask her what's wrong. And if you don't know about my personality, I could come off kind of like a teacher at times, you know, when I talk. So I may say some things that are relevant to what she's going through at that particular time, and then I'll kind of fall back so that she can open up to me and let me know how she's feeling. I think with anybody, not just my wife, I think with anybody, there should be a level of you being able to comfort her You know, y'all have to have some me time. We have time that, you know, we're just together. We may go to the mall, go out to dinner, go eat, watch TV, you know, watch a movie and stuff like that. We have me time. So it's not really just one particular thing, but overall, I would say it's sharing love. Sharing, not just combo, you know, because it's a beautiful thing to be able to talk and like, yeah, this, that, and the third, but it's a blessing when you could actually put that talk into action, you know, and let the other individual know that you are, you know, that you do love them, that you do care for them, and that you are going to be there, and that no matter what, we can be together. It might be something as a simple hug. It might be something as a simple, you know, rubbing of the back, or like now, I'm going to just give her a hug and give her a kiss. Just because it doesn't have to be necessarily for any particular reason. You know, you have to express yourself and let your partner know. Like I said, not just my wife, but people have to express themselves and let their partner know that they really love them and that they are really there for them. And as we go back to our name, that is as one. So we let the I die so that the we can live. You know, it's about us getting close. It's about us getting closer, closer, and closer. And if you just keep thinking as yourself, as just looking at yourself as being an individual when you're in a relationship, you're actually kind of, you know, you could actually be dooming the relationship. Because when you get in a relationship, it's not just I anymore, it's we. So you have to come together and that I'm going to just say in that mind frame, you know, sometimes, even with that being said, if you're used to being alone, or if you're used to being, you know, not have been in a relationship for a long period of time, it may be things that you have to do to keep continuing to remind yourself that you are a team. You know, because a lot of times when people are just used to being by themselves, they act like they're by themselves even when the other person is around. So that was something, and maybe sometimes I still have to continue to do that because it was a gap from when me and my baby mom separated to when I met Ira. It was about 3 years. You know, and during those 3 years, I was by myself. I wasn't even sexing or nothing. I was just chilling because I wanted to do something different. You know, so being alone for 3 years and then you just jump into a relationship, you might still be in a lone zone at times. You know, but no matter what goes down, I think it has to be an open line of communication, share those feelings and emotions with each other, let each other know that love is present and it's always going to be present, you know, and just be the best person that you can be in a relationship.
So now, Ira, did you have a problem receiving the love? Did you ever, okay, I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to say it in the past tense. I'm going to say, do you struggle sometimes with the affection that Divine gives you?
Yes. And I say that quickly because, you know, I'm going to go back, I have to always go back to my childhood because I didn't receive that nurturing and affection, especially the proper love and affection, you know, from my parents. I didn't receive that. But then when he came into my life, I mean, for someone to be so affectionate towards me, like, I got all the way up to 410 pounds once upon a time. And I lost all this weight. And so I had all this loose skin or whatever. And I remember the first time I had got a dress in front of Divine. And he said, "What are you doing?" And I was covering myself. I had these pillows, girl. I was doing everything to cover myself up. And he said, "Oh, no. He said, "We're not doing this." Girl, we had stuff like Tummy Tuesday. So he was trying to get me to love myself. He said, "Look at yourself in the mirror." He said, "You're beautiful." He said, "Girl, I love all them stretch marks. I like that scar on your face." And I was like, "This man crazy." I was like, "Who loves all that?" You know? So I was thinking in my mind, who, you know. But then deep down inside, I was like, this is what I really need. Because he's not rejecting me. Because, you know, I had all this extra skin or whatever because I had lost like 200 plus pounds. And